All right, everybody. Welcome back to the PRPL Podcast. This is your host. I hope you're all doing well today. If you can't tell, if you're just listening, but if you're watching, you will recognize what we got going on here. Something a little different. This is the first time that the Sad Sacks are entirely, I guess, on their own. We're all remote. We're in all different locations. Mike, where are you calling in from? Mikey, the old retired man.
Boys, I'm in Sarasota, Florida. Good to see you guys. Appreciate y'all making this happen.
Yep, and this is your first time on as I guess, you were retired on the last episode. It was the day of your retirement last time. Pretty special.
That it was.
Pretty sweet.
For a movie all your own as well. But now you have been a retired man for a bit, and it seems to be suiting you well. You're looking sprung over there, Mikey.
feeling good, Oss. Feeling real good, boys.
Hey, man,
How you doing, Griffin?
Well, I'm doing well, and I wanted to say, too, I did think it was kind of cool that, Dad, you said, thanks for making this happen. And I know that when you were initially talking about getting down to Florida, while we'd be recording, you said, I'm going to be pissed off if I can't record with you guys. So he was like, you guys better make this work. I was like, hey. But, I mean, I'm really happy with this setup, Austin, and I think it's
you guys put the time
in,
that's for sure.
Yeah, well,
we did.
We figured it out.
It took some troubleshooting, as these things always do. And I wouldn't say we're entirely in the clear yet. We're going to have to see how this episode comes back.
See how this turns out.
But I think we're feeling pretty good about it. But other than that, in terms of current events, guys, football season is upon us. We got a lot of games coming tonight, college football. It is an exciting time. I know, Griffin, you don't really take to the sport as much as, maybe me. But, oh, man, it is a good time of the year for a lot of Americans.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about you. I keep seeing ESPN when I'm at the gym, and I'm like, shit, I bet Austin's getting pretty excited, man. Even though all my teams suck, those being the Dolphins and the Kentucky Wildcats, I'm still gonna love it. I had some fantasy drafts. I had one on Tuesday this week in a little couples league, and I got another draft coming on Sunday. We're gonna be drafting out at Twin Peaks, getting us some 29-degree beers with some frosty caps on them. Hey, that sounds very nice. Talking about 10-cent beers and bad teams, today's movie is Semi-Pro. Now,
if you couldn't tell,
I was about to say, I'm sure people kind of noticed, but I think this will be a fun one. This was my movie. My only criteria was I thought we kind of needed something a little more on the comedic side. And when you're talking comedy, I don't know if it gets too much better than Will Ferrell, like mid to late 2000s Will Ferrell. I mean, that is hard to beat. I just wanted to say this. This movie came out in 2008. You know what other Will Ferrell comedy movie came out in 2008?
I can give you a lot of guesses. I think it's Step Brothers, right? Was it
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers.
Which,
so,
I mean,
2 for 2 there, boys.
Yeah, you take it.
When you look at Will Ferrell here, this movie kind of, for some people, I think we gravitated towards it more because, growing up, I feel like we're really into sports. That's kind of like a boy's first love is sports in a lot of ways, and basketball specifically for you, Griffin.
For me.
So I think that
for you,
kind
Pops.
of maybe had... Yeah, it had an extra level of intrigue there. But for a lot of people, this movie kind of fell in between the gaps, because at this time and just very soon before, you had Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory, then you get Semi-Pro, Step Brothers, Land of the Lost, other guys. Old School was even before then, So with, the big three probably being Anchorman, Talladega Nights, and Blades of Glory, and then, Step Brothers. So Semi-Pro falls in between those and could have gone under the radar.
It's definitely, I'd say Semi-Pro and also Land of the Lost. Those ones kind of are underappreciated. And that's why I thought it made sense to do Semi-Pro for this.
And I got both of those on DVD. We got Semi-Pro right there on DVD, and I actually have Land of the Lost as well. So maybe we'll find our way around to making that one happen too.
Absolutely. Well, where do we start, Oss?
Well, let's give some credits out there. This is directed by Kent Alterman. This is the only movie he's ever directed.
I was about to say, I saw it was his directorial debut. It's the only one he's ever done.
Yeah, it was his debut. And you know why that might be. because this movie had a budget of $55 million and made $43.9 million. So this movie lost money. So it didn't do well, and it is sitting at like a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, but we don't trust those noobs. On Amazon, it's at a 4.5 stars, and that has 2.7 thousand rankings. So you know these critics, they are they're not very fun people, are they?
Well, Austin, guys, that's why
you
we're
just
in
don't
business.
get it, do you?
That's why we're in business, guys.
They just don't fucking get it, is what it is at the end of the day. Because obviously, this movie is absurd. This movie is ridiculous. I mean, all of Will Ferrell's movies are. So that's what you're signing up for. And that's one of the key takeaways from this movie. And you've already discussed it, is that mid-2000s run of Will Ferrell. It's probably because of the age we were growing up. You know, when this movie came out, to get my moment in time here, I was in 3rd grade when this movie came out, right? So I didn't see that right away by any means. And then into 4th grade was that fall. But I probably watched this for the first time in like 5th or 6th grade, which wasn't too far off by any means, and maybe a little premature. But Will Ferrell, if you talk to any 6th grader in 2009, 2010, was the fucking man. You know, like anything he did was gold. You know?
Oh yeah, you couldn't beat it, man. I mean,
you couldn't escape a school recess where lines from any Will Ferrell movie weren't being recited.
And they're still recited to this day. And what I'll say is, rewatching this movie, I was stunned at how much. It sounds dumb, but I was like kind of shocked by how consistently I was laughing. I mean, I was laughing the whole time. Literally the whole movie. It just like things that I didn't even expect. It just kind of floored me in that way. I was like, God, this is funny, man. So the fact that there were that many people that were upset by it, it's like, come on, man. Like,
just fucking grow up.
What's your take, Dad? Have you seen this movie all the way through?
Griffin, I
hope he has now.
Hey, guys, honestly, I'm probably the one that showed you all this movie. So, again, you know, I was Father of the Year. This movie, guys, what intrigued me was there'd never been a movie about the ABA. Okay. So, to me, I wanted to see what Will Ferrell would do talking about the ABA expanding into the NBA. And honestly, guys, I think he did it a justice. He did it justice.
Mike was in it for the plot.
Guys, you all got to understand, I grew up watching the ABA. There was a big fight. You had the ABA, you had the NBA. Mm-hmm. The ABA was trying to do different things, guys. And again, you guys are too young to know this. Well, let's start with the basketball. They started with the red, white, and blue ball. They were trying to do – marketing was huge back then. They had the three-point play. They changed the arc of the three-point play. They also had a 30-second clock that was let's speed up the game. And I don't want to say they invented, but they also had the nicknames for all the players. So – guys, I don't know if you all know these Dr. nicknames, J. But I know you know Dr. J. You don't know Dr. K. That was
Downtown
Larry Keenan.
Funky stuff.
There was, and I wrote a couple of them down just so you guys.
Was George Gervin in the ABA?
George Gervin. What was he called, Griff?
He's the Iceman, right?
The Iceman. It was the Iceman. The Rocket was Rick Mount. The Kangaroo Kid was Billy Cunningham Austin. Remember when we went to Carolina, we saw the Hall of Fame, that Billy Cunningham. Yeah, of course. There was also Skywalker. And I know what you're thinking. No, that's not Skywalker. It was David Thompson was Skywalker back then. So the ABA was huge. I remember,
we had a team. We haven't even said that.
I'm getting really to it. Cool. We had the Kentucky Colonels. Guys, we honestly thought they were going to we thought they were going to be added to the NBA. So what you see on screen, guys, a lot of that really happened. I don't know if the owner was sitting there drinking bourbon like in the movie, but I do know that we were in talks of being one of the pro teams.
Wouldn't that be nice to have everything fair? That's bullshit, Alan.
But guys, I did want to add those tidbits.
That's great.
That the ABA was an incredible league. Let me just give you some couple of names. I got to do this, guys, to do it justice. There was George McGinnis. There was Rick Barry. There was Julius Irving. There was George Gervin. There was a guy named Artis Gilmore, Dan Issel. That Dan Issel was from Kentucky. Connie Hawkins, Marvin Barnes. A little guy named Moses Malone came out of high school and played pro, one of the first to do that. And then, of course, David Thompson. Guys, the list went on and on. Again, I used to go watch these games. Where
did the Colonels play at?
Griffin, they played at Freedom Hall.
Freedom Hall.
I thought it was like
they played at Freedom Hall. If you look up in the banisters, I guess that's what you call they had the championship for the Kentucky Colonels. They won in 1975.
Wow.
Griff, you're gonna have to, just heads up here, Griff, since you're a producer for the day, you're gonna have to give us some time warnings if we're running a little lengthy.
Oh, I gotcha. And last thing, because Artis Gilmore, of course, was with the Colonels as well. You got to see Artis Gilmore play, didn't you?
Griffin, I got to meet him live. I got to meet Dan Issel. Somehow my mom got tickets to an after party. So after the game, all the players came out. This is crazy, guys. They were drinking alcohol and, these big men. I'm standing there shaking hands with Artis Gilmore. He was 7'2", had an afro, like unbelievable. He was just, oh my God, everybody wanted to be Artis Gilmore with that left-handed hook. But I got to meet those guys and they were special. They went out of their way. Guys, remember, they didn't make a lot of money. Louis Dampier lived like 2-3 miles from our house. We used to see him out there cutting his grass. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it was special times because the players were so genuine. You got to meet Louis Dampier, Austin. He played for Kentucky, by the way. Okay. He was a great one. So he was with Rupp's Runs.
All right.
Wow.
Well, let's look at 2008 a little bit more. Look at the movie landscape here. A massive year for movies when I was going through this list. Just unreal. You got The Dark Knight sitting at 1, so that Heath Ledger Joker performance, one of maybe the best superhero movie of all time, and the best. I'll just say the best villain ever in a superhero movie. That was just unbelievable. Iron Man, so the MCU kicks off that, and then maybe not as fond memories of where that ended up and how they've overdone that to just such a horrible degree. But when it started out, it was pretty kick-ass with Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. getting everything squared away or started off. Indiana Jones, you got Hancock, Wall-E, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, Escape to Africa, Twilight. Juno, I really like that one. Tropic Thunder, if you know that one, my guys. As you mentioned, Step Brothers. What's really funny? National Treasure Book of Secrets. Just an amazing year for it. I think in terms of like the box office, semi-pros like all the way down at like 97 or something. It did not perform. 87 is what it was. But what's a crazy thing? And I did not recognize this or know this by any means. Guess who was nominated for an Oscar as actor in a supporting role?
I have no idea.
Coffee Black.
No. Heath Ledger wins it in The Dark Knight, but Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder was nominated for
Yes, sir.
I mean, say what you want. Yeah. I gotta admit, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think that's just one that
we'll do it.
I mean, I remember you and I watching that, Dad, early. I mean, it was so early that I remember you were kind of balking because they were cussing so much and it was so nasty. You were you were pretty loose with that stuff. And even you, Dad, were like, Griff, I don't know if you should watch this one, man. Because it was crazy. But, that became one of our favorites of all time. So nothing else to it.
And that's one, maybe we'll end up getting on there. We don't need to get around to doing that one. We don't need to shy away from it. Whatever. I'm not going to pick that back up. But what a fun one. That is a crazy movie. I think that's just a theme of like movies in that era. Like we went into a really, really raunchy era of comedies where like they cussed as much
I'll
as they
say
possibly
this, man.
could.
What I love so much about these movies, and Semi-Pro's right there, I love the dumb comedy. I don't care what you think. I'm watching Will Ferrell slap the hell out of Scootsy right now on screen. he hauls off on him again. I love a dumb comedy, man. I just think it's so funny. And where in the hell are where are the funny movies nowadays? No one makes funny movies.
The thing about these movies is they were so unapologetic. You know, they just fucking sent it out, man. And then we've gotten really cautious these days in making comedies to where shit is just not fucking funny anymore. You know, in a lot of ways. There's still good movies out there.
I hate to be that old head. I hate to be that guy, but like, dude, I don't see the funny movies anymore. And I mean, in this same scene, I mentioned it to you earlier, Austin. I love how Will Ferrell goes, Jackie Moon. We'll call him Jackie Moon from now on. He goes, hey, and if you see a possum in here, it's not a pet. Kill it. I think that, I thought it was so funny because it's like I feel like he just made that shit up in the moment just to make people laugh and to be stupid. Like a lot of this movie, I think, was him just playing around and having fun. And you can tell.
Griffin, he definitely improvised a lot. You could feel it. You could feel that watching the movie. He improvised. You could almost see the other characters in the movie like, oh my God, that was funny. And they just had to go along with it, especially him and Woody Harrelson, or, let's call him Monix. Some of the things that those two said back and forth, man, it was great. Especially when he punched him. What's it? The Jujunix?
Yeah, the Jujunum.
Yeah.
Man,
the Jujunum. There you go. Oh my gosh.
How in the hell do you get Woody Harrelson in this movie? Like, I feel like it's such a random choice. But it's so good, man. It's so
Griffin,
good.
Supposedly Woody was a basketball player. Remember white men can't jump. Yeah. You know what I mean? Supposedly he was a basketball player. And why don't we throw Adam Sandler in this movie? He thinks he can play too. So let's put him in the movie.
Well, Woody Harrelson he's a funny guy. A year later he does Zombieland, and that's another one of my all-time favorites in terms of.
And he played for the Colonels. Come on, that was great.
Yeah,
just great.
All right, Griff, what do you got for us musically? You got anything?
I really didn't, and I'll tell you. Let's see, 2008 Billboard. I'm telling you,
I'll give you Amy Winehouse.
Well, you got
Amy Winehouse won her Grammys.
I'm seeing number one was Disturbia. Oh my gosh, by Rihanna. I feel like
Rihanna, a lot of Chris Brown, a lot of a lot of that kind of era.
This was that era, and you had T-Pain killing it, Neo. It was a lot of that kind of that more like sultry pop and stuff.
Griffin,
like
what
R&B
was the T-Pain song?
What
was the T-Pain song, Griffin? I'm curious.
It was probably Apple Bottom Jeans. Boots with the fur. What is that? Next thing I probably can't be singing on the camera, but All Summer Long by Kid Rock. Do you remember that one? How big that was?
Yep.
We had Lollipop by Lil Wayne. Shake It by Metro Station. Do y'all remember that song? Shake it, like shake. That song blew up. That song blew up.
Man, that seems older than 08 for some reason.
Well, dude, it's also the year of Bleeding Love, Leona Lewis, Burning Up, Jonas Brothers. I mean, all this stuff. When I grow up, this is crazy. There's all kinds of
what's
music.
That Timbaland song, Apologize?
That's in. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry. That's in here. Crush by David Archuleta.
It was one. Isn't that like One Republic or something? What was that?
What are you talking about?
Who was that?
Oh yeah. That is One Republic. Those guys.
It's whatever. All right, let's get into our favorite scenes, fellas. How about that?
Let's get on to it. What you got, Dad?
I'm gonna send it your way, Michael.
Guys, there were so many good scenes. I love that you enjoyed it. You know, them pulling.
You might have to say that again. I think the screen froze a sec.
Oh, jive turkey scene.
Hey, Dad, that is on literally. Dad, that's on literally right now in my room.
Jive turkey, and he points at him. He goes, "You went a little over the line." And I just died laughing. And later on,
in the room quiet.
Yeah, the whole room.
And what's his name? And I was looking up characters because I thought he was really funny in it. Let me see if I can find it. Tim Meadows plays Cornelius. Cornelius, he points the gun at him and he goes, "Yeah, I called you a jive turkey." I'm telling you what, like Griffin said earlier, man, I found myself, I laughed the whole movie. Austin goes, "Guys, remember to write down all your favorite lines." Hell, I was writing them down the whole movie. I'm like, this is funny. That's funny.
This is a movie.
You can do it from start to finish. You can do it from start to finish. I mean, there's so many, right up. Let me just say this. That's something I don't know if you guys caught it, but one of the very first scenes they show this newspaper article and it says 10 cent beer. And I wrote it down. It said 10 cent beer night turns ugly. And it just shows people fighting in the crowd, they're going at, it's like, oh, this is great. I mean, the whole movie, we talk about Jackie Moon being a promoter. He's trying everything. And guys, again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier about the ABA. Guys, they were trying everything to get you to come in. You see the balls thrown up in the crowd.
Free corn dog night.
Yeah. Free corn dogs, Jackie,
I'm going to wrestle a bear.
Yeah.
Jackie Moon.
When Father Pat yells at him, he goes, "Free corn dogs." And he looks at her and he goes, "For everyone, all these
corn dogs, Jackie."
It was great.
Corn dogs for all these people.
All these people. It was great. And Jackie Moon did the mature thing. He ran out of the arena. It was just, it was great.
Hey,
but guys, I want to leave some room for you guys because I know I want to be on time tonight. So, Austin, who's up next? Is Griffin up next?
It'll be Griffin, but let me talk about that poker scene a little more because I think that element of it is so much fun too because you got all these guys that are kind of involved with the team in a different way. Just the guys shooting the shit, playing around the poker, getting drunk. Yeah. They got a fucking gun out. I love when Will Ferrell's talking to him or Cornelius is like, "Let me play on the team. I broke my arm playing for you guys." He's like, "You didn't break your arm playing for us. You broke your arm playing with me in my driveway." And for one thing, that arm isn't completely healed yet. And secondly, you're a terrible athlete.
It was that you could go on that whole skit was great.
I know you slept with Miss Peckerwood.
Yeah. Well, that was great.
I'll say this, and with it, the scenes that were the funniest for me, like you said, the little round table that they're doing every week, the weekly Tropics show. Dick Pepperfield.
Right? Is it Fields?
It's Pepperfield. Dick Pepperfield and Lou Redwood. Will Arnett. Will Arnett,
he carries the
like
movie
you said, that look he gets on his face when they call him the jive turkey. I mean, that shit is so funny, and he just kills it the whole movie. I mean, I'll say it right now, Austin, sixth man of the movie, that's Dick Pepperfield and Lou Redwood.
Hey,
I was laughing at everything they said. It was the delivery, it was the content, it was so freaking funny. Everything they said.
They had like an integral part of the movie because in all the action scenes and all the basketball scenes, they're like in F1 where you have the commentator kind of talking you through everything. They're the narrator then, and they are so funny. They're back and forth. They're dynamic because Lou, he's the retired player, the has-been, and he's smoking cigarettes. And
I'd like you to put out your cigarette.
Like, no.
I can't. I like to smoke when I drink. And he's drinking bourbon the whole game. It's just great. It's just great.
Well, and I'll give it up to Dick Pepperfield, played by Andy Daly, who is a comedian. I'm figuring that out.
He did a fine job.
Oh, my God, he's funny. And, like, call it low, but the whole joke on him is that, like, his wife's probably sleeping around on him. That's the whole joke. And I just think it's hilarious how he's got like such a kind of decorum about him. He's so proper and he's got all these manners. But throughout the movie, people are like making comments about his wife, of course, and just the way that he's like, hey, I'd really appreciate if you'd quit saying that. You're just kidding, right? You're kidding. And Will Ferrell's like, I don't think I am.
Hey, but I think Dick gets his own too. I think he might be fooling around too, because you have that line where him and Jackie are on screen and they go off air. This is, you know what? Let's do it. I think this is my favorite quote of the movie.
That's so funny too. How they're showing them through the cameras that are turned off. Oh God, it's good. You go on.
Jackie goes, "Let's go get some pussy," and you see Dick. He goes, "Gosh, I don't know, really." And Jackie goes, "Yeah, I shouldn't. I shouldn't, but you want to." Yes, I said I cannot say no to you. We are going to get some pussy, aren't we? Mild-mannered Dick, he can't even... What was the joke? They made some joke about watching porn. He's like, I think I'll excuse myself now when they're at the poker table. To go to the bathroom. And at the very beginning, there's even that whole line with... it's like, who would want to get with a man named Twiggy? It's like... No one wants a man with a twig for a penis. Or a little penis or something. He's like, I'll introduce you to Mrs. Pepperfield after who goes, oh, here we go.
I mean,
hey, the other line that was kind of funny, they're talking about BB when they're doing the introductions. What was his name? BB Ellis. And I think it's what's his name? Redwood. He says, hey, she's how do you say it? I wrote down, she's structurally unsound. And then
Redwood was saying how nice it was. And
it's true what they say about his wife.
Yeah. She's structurally unsound.
I think they're too big.
He said it's something about Redwood comes back, said no, they couldn't be. Something like that.
So did you do your favorite scene, Griffin? Did you say what it was?
Well, I'll say this. I think my favorite scene, God, there's so many, man.
Golly,
I mean
I've got at least 7.
I just watched Jackie punt the ball off the screen when Father Pat's getting on his ass.
Where Father Pat says that his mother's not going to heaven.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, shit's crapping.
Is it? It's fine for me.
Is Griffin there?
Oh, I'm good.
Might have to edit this out. We'll see what happens.
Dad, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you guys.
Oh, you hear me? Dad, or Oz, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I think
it recorded.
On his second
it recorded
or something.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
It recorded. Everything was fine for me. I love the big fight that I'll say the fight. Okay, Austin, I'm going to say the fight that breaks out where Monix gets pissed off at that guy and he says, hey, man, Jackie.
You want to kill the merger?
Yeah, he says, Jackie, why don't you call a commercial so we can fight these guys? And them just getting into this huge brawl on the...
You're going to hit somebody!
I mean, that part is incredible, and I don't know. I just think it's so damn funny, man.
I love Lou. He's like, oh God, look at Father Pat. And he's on the ground holding onto someone's leg. And then Will Ferrell punches someone in the back of the knee. Jackie Moon.
I mean that stuff is priceless, man.
As soon as they come out of the timeout, people are limping around. It's great.
Awesome.
That is a great scene.
I'll say that's my favorite scene. You got to talk about the Mega Bowl.
Dude, I got a lot of scenes. You guys are going to make me do a lot of cleanup. You guys are going to make me do all kinds of things.
Cannons will go off.
Well, we can talk about the bear, Dewey the bear.
Hey, Buzzkill Austin. Guys, like a few weeks after this, Dewey the bear killed somebody.
I read that. Dewey, Austin, he killed the guy who was stunt doubling for Will Ferrell in the movie. He killed the guy's brother, who was also a trainer. Yeah, Dewey the bear. Apparently, he's like 7. Dewey. That bear dad was
killer
like 7'5".
I mean, crazy. The killer bear, man. It's so terrible. Like it literally happened right after this. After they just happened to have him in that setting. But let me run through some of my favorites. How can we not mention just the intro? Like a just amazing intro. Love Me Sexy. That song in the movie. And you got You got War on here. You got all the funk, you know? You got Jackie's mom singing, which is great when they show up to the club, the Kremlin.
Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, that song was killing, and Bobby D is getting down to it there. So that's a great scene, too. Go ahead to the club. Get the funk out of my face. If you don't like my music. I love that shit. So the intro is great. And then that scene where Funky Stuff dribbles around the whole team. And Jackie was like, we don't stop it in practice. He hits the 3, and they're all high-fiving. Yeah! And you just see the other team get a layup on the fast break. So that kind of sets it off hot. Like I said, going into the club, and he tells them about the merger. I think the merger scene is hilarious, this commentary. Eat a big bag of shit! Jackie Moon starts going crazy. And then he gets so pissed off. That's bullshit. I already did that. And then right after that, after the merger, we figure out that he got Monix. He's like, I traded away our washing machine. they have
him on the broadcast. You know, we kind of needed that washing machine, but you know,
I had to pull the trigger. We needed to make a move. I'm an aggressive owner. Oh my God. Now I think that's the first time we get to see like the Tropics lately. And we see, I guess Monix then go back to his girl's place with Kyle, Motley Lou. There's a lot of those like funny tie-ins and cameos. You know, you get Jason Sudeikis very early.
He's the nacho guy.
He's the nacho guy, season ticket holder. It's like, where'd you get those nachos?
I brought them from
Did you get those from the game? Did you get those from the game, man? I love how he kicks the bag and explodes them, throws the cheese on the court, and the dude just takes it and stands up.
Let's go Tropics!
Let's go Tropics!
Yeah, and Dukes. We didn't even mention Dukes in the first season.
Oh my God.
The amount of cameos.
Griffin, 6 man is Dukes.
That's a great
Has
call,
to be.
Mike. I love it.
That's all right.
Let me say this, guys. You all know him from the Bad News Bears, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
He was
like
also he was in a movie called Breaking Away that was real popular, and that was filmed out of Bloomington, Indiana. Mm-hmm. So it was with Dennis Quaid and what's the one from Home Alone? Daniel, help me here, guys.
From Home Alone, Daniel.
Wasn't it like Daniel? I want to say Radcliffe, but that's not right.
Oh, that's Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's the other fella, the tall fella with the curly hair. He was in Breaking Away. Yes.
All right, what you mean. We just passed 30 minutes, guys.
Okay, I think we're moving around well.
30 minutes.
I think with that the bus ride scene where you get ELE for the first time. I got a ring. It says love. The ELE was a good thing throughout.
Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. The mutiny is just
the mutiny scene. That's what it was. The mutiny scene. The
mutiny is so great because they know that Jackie is not going to take it well. You know, they come up to Monix, and Monix even says it to him. He's like, "What about Jackie?" I got Jackie.
Coffee Black says, I got Jackie. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
We love you. But we just think Monix.
Well, and it's so great. They're literally dressed in these sea creature costumes, doing like
and everyone's like trying to not make eye contact.
They're doing a play like performance. They have a choreographed dance that they're doing on the court instead of practice.
You're the best promoter in the league.
Griffin, they were called the Sea Oysters. It was the Sea Oysters dance. That was funny.
All right,
guys,
I got
many.
I got to pick my favorite scene, guys.
Let's hear it.
God, Corn Dogs Jackie is just classic.
Oh, legendary.
What am I supposed to fucking do?
Austin, how about Monix saying no one can drain it like you?
Yeah, well, you liked that one, didn't you? Yeah, that was definitely suggestive.
Yeah. And then he goes, Lynn. That was funny.
I'm going to go with the Mega Bowl because
Mega Bowl's funny.
I don't know if there's like ever like a moment of it where you like really got like too overwhelmed with like the actual like the story of the team. And that was the biggest moment where you're like, let's get
Hey. With the possible exception of Henry Ford. Jackie Moon.
Let's do this. They're walking in, and this is so appropriate. A hero's welcome. Here we go. Jackie Moon is Flint's favorite son, and he has done more for this city than any human being who's ever lived on this planet. With the possible exception of Henry Ford, Jackie Moon has done a lot for this city. You're right about that. And it's just great because the music's playing, and the crowd's going crazy, and Lou is just fired the fuck up. He's probably had a few of his bourbons at that point already, just pre-gaming the game, getting right for it. But man, what occasion. And then they start getting their ass kicked. But then you get the alley-oop, the discovery of the alley-oop. And then I really like the cinematics of when they come out of halftime and you see Andre 3000 dribbling the basketball. He's kind of got that street ball swagger to him, almost like John Travolta in Grease, the way he moves around, like kind of that sway and that swag. And it's a very brief scene where he's just dribbling it up, and then they start getting the alley-oop and coming back, and then of course they win. So I'll go with the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. I got a question for you guys too with that. This is a hypothetical question for you. I got a couple of those, and we'll see if we can sneak them in. But one I really wanted to ask you guys: what is the name of Jackie Moon's next single? What's his next song? What's that song called? I've got one in mind, so I can fill in. I know I'm kind of throwing you guys on the spot here.
Let's Get Tropical.
I like that one.
He goes, "Let's Get Tropical," and he turns.
And what's
it
the
into
genre? Is it? It's still kind of funky.
We're talking the mid to late 70s. He goes yacht rock. He has a change of heart. The funk, the disco's going out of style. Yeah. He goes yacht rock. I'm talking Steely Dan. I'm talking Ride Like the Wind. Christopher Cross. That's what Jackie Moon does. Next thing you know, he's reeling into the 80s, going yacht rock, soft rock. That's Jackie Moon's trajectory. Let's be honest.
That's a hell of an answer. Mike, you got anything for us?
I can't top that. No.
All right. This might be super corny, but I'm going with We Are the Mega Bowl Champions, and it's Freddie Mercury and Jackie Moon. That's the song.
Oh, my gosh. That's
now.
It's kind of on era. It's on era.
That is a real idea there, Ross.
Space related, you got Mercury and Moon.
Let's be real. There's no way that you couldn't pull old Coffee into that. He would love the spotlight. He'd be in on it.
Andre 3000 could do it. Maybe drop a little verse, a little crossover. Mercury and Moon could be a duo, guys.
Mercury.
I don't know if Simon and Garfunkel would stand up to that one.
Good Lord, Griffin, how much wine has this guy drank?
It was a great hypothetical.
Austin, what are you drinking tonight? Are you finally off that Costco shit? I got
myself a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, okay.
Kendall Jackson,
full body,
Kentucky Derby edition, full body, nice and spicy, almost like cinnamon in a way. You're getting a lot of the impacts of oak on this one, kind of spicy, a little peppery.
I'd say cinnamon is not my favorite note in a wine.
It's not my favorite Cabernet.
I'd say spice is not my favorite, but I think that sounds like you're having a good time.
Yeah, Mike, what are you drinking on? Let's get a Clinkies in here,
guys. Little peanut butter bourbon tonight. Thought I'd try something a little different.
All right, Clinkies.
Hey.
Oh, ping.
Bing pow.
Bing pow.
Did you like that? That was resonating.
That was good.
That was real good.
I might have to add that reverb again to just like ring.
Yeah, that wasn't the noise, but whatever. Mike.
Yes, sir.
Character.
I love Jackie Moon in this. I loved Andre 3000. I love Coffee Black in it. Yeah. But Monix, I thought Monix added a lot. So I'm going to go with Monix. I loved him in the movie. I think he added so much to the movie in that he gave us another character that actually, you could tell he could play a little basketball in the scene. And then when he started coaching, it seemed like everything had changed in the from the team, and the team was actually able to make it to fourth place. I thought that was kind of cool. I really liked him. I liked this. I liked everything about him. I liked the idea of, hey, I'm this basketball player. I played on a championship team. I didn't get to play because I was hurt.
Got a whole lot of Sonny in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, kind of does. And you know how much I like Sonny in it. So
he got asked the same question too, didn't he? What you playing for?
The thing is,
that's a good scene. That's a really good scene.
He was telling Lynn, guys. He was telling Lynn, hey, I'm at my prime. I haven't topped the best that I could be. And then he goes, what am I saying? I got traded for a washing machine. I thought that was that kind of did it for me. That kind of did it for me. So I'm gonna go with Woody. How about Monix is my guy?
I love the pick because just for one thing, I love Woody Harrelson. I am just
he's so good.
I love seeing that guy on camera. And welcome to the Purple Podcast, Woody. Love having you on here.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, we'll get you in some more.
Guys,
give me yours.
This is crazy. Mine is Dick Pepperfield. I could not quit laughing when he was on the screen. Everything he said was funny to me. I think that Andy, again, it's Andy Daly who played the character. I think his chops were perfect for it. The way he laughed, the way he said every line, his timing was just perfect. And his tone, it killed me the whole movie. I mean, Jackie Moon is an absolute all-star. What a fantastic character. But, I mean, like you said, Dad, you have a lot of really good characters here. But I got to say, I got a special place in my heart for Mr. Pepperfield. Yeah.
Man. Well, I'm just going to turn this around and see if you guys can see it. If you can't see it, well, that's not going to work. Fuck that. Anyways, Dick Pepperfield. Dick Pepperfield is underlined as my favorite character of the movie.
He
that
really was good.
How damn good he was. I got Lou with him because he is necessary to the character's success.
Yeah.
The back and forth between them, they are that duo together. But that speaks to just how great they are and a lot of what really works. The Tropics Weekly. I love that set, man.
That was
on there talking about this team. As good and as great as Jackie Moon, Will Ferrell is in this movie, Monix, Woody Harrelson, Clarence, Andre 3000, those guys stole the show for me.
They did.
Were just nonstop funny. Every little line, like when Jackie picks the ball up and punts it, and it looks like one fan will be going home with the ball tonight. Like it just was great, man. It just does not stop.
We go to church together. Not anymore.
Not anymore. And he starts scooting away. So that's my favorite character, man. But there were so many likable and good characters in this. Like the whole team, I really like. For my sixth man, I'm going to go with Scootsy. I like Scootsy Doubleday, man. I think he's got some like, that was you on my balls. Softest hands I've ever felt.
That was funny.
I really like them boots.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
But Father Pat kicked ass.
Yes.
Oh, he's great.
That's a great six-man option. I got Dukes underlined as a possible six-man. I mean, you could even like, who else could you take in it? I mean, you could take B.B. Ellis. I think he had some fun little kind of interesting parts. He was nice and fun. He's like, that's cool, man. Like he just was a nice, cool guy. He's in 21 Jump Street as one of the gangsters, if you remember him in that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of movies these guys have been in for sure.
That's right. It seems like they kind of work in the whole thing. I mean, you could take Kyle if you really wanted to. That's one thing we got to mention when Monix and well, I mean, it's there, man. It's a nice little tidbit, and this will make for a good clip, I guess, if we could show that part of it. But you got
Monix and Lynn.
Monix and Lynn are out there, having their fun. I need some Ben Gay, Kyle.
Well, Monix Monix comes back around and he finally breaks it down a little bit. He said, "I saw you in the stands. She came to the game,
Oh yeah.
He had an idea.
What's she doing with a guy like Kyle? Maybe that's another one. That's a gripe of mine.
I won't even lie to you, Austin. I couldn't tell if he's supposed to be her brother or something.
Exactly.
As crazy as that sounds.
There is no chemistry in that. There's no like tension or like, and that's the point. He's a cuck. What we're getting to in the scene, he's got a Kentucky Colonel's Monix jersey on, and they have him sitting back there, you know, playing with himself. And the way his jacket is folded over, it says cuck, you know, and he's just loving it. And at the very end, when they finally kiss, it's the big, like, you know, hero's journey arc. And, you know, he's like, we've won the Mega Bowl. And they're kissing. It's like, yes. He's just pumped about it. And they make him, you know, that's just kind of the role. You're not supposed to feel bad for Kyle because he's loving it.
No.
Guys, I've got Austin mentioned a gripe, and I was going to add this for later, but I've got to do it now. Yeah. Guys, honestly, watching this movie, again, this is not, let's get something very clear. This is not a basketball movie. It's not.
Well, no.
I mean, it's not.
Hey, I heard of that.
Yeah, and honestly.
But the basketball scenes look kind of good. I'll give them that.
And I'll say, but my gripe here, Oz, is Will Ferrell. He could not play a lick of basketball. Just watching him when he walked, I will give him credit. I laughed my ass off when he did that. He didn't dribble 1, 2, 3 step and does his hook shot, and it actually goes in, and he's like, yeah, like, and then he starts strutting back, and Father Pat goes, walk, you walk, Jackie. What? You know, that was priceless.
Suck my cock, I'll murder your family.
Yeah, it was great.
You're a big baby, Jackie.
Yeah. And guys, what about
Mike? You're telling me that the coach, owner, power forward couldn't play a lick of basketball?
No, he could not play any basketball. I mean, did you all kind of feel that too, or is it just me? Just call me an ass.
Dad, that's part of the game. That's part of the whole joke.
The team.
God, man. Yeah,
guys, listen to this, guys. You're talking about the guy. He plays power forward for his own team.
Guys, the introduction, and we really didn't talk about this, but when Jackie Moon after he sings "Love Me Sexy," and then he introduces the team. And he introduces himself, the owner, the singer of "Love Me Sexy," and then he comes strutting around like
he has to rip it. He has to rip that cape he has off, and he has to turn around, and it was the whole thing, man. That
kind of just kicked the movie off to me. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is funny. Yeah, that's funny.
All right, yeah. Let's hop into our themes and things, fellas.
Yep.
What are we looking like on time?
We're about at 50 minutes right now.
That's good time, I think.
I mean, themes for me, guys, I'll keep this very simple. I think you just have unabashed fun, silliness. Again, this is the era of the dumb. I call them dumb comedies. I think it's just so funny. I mean, they just play into it so hard that it's totally irreverent. I think this is just, you know, kind of good old buddy fun. I think you're just having a great time. You can sit down and do about anything you want and just laugh your ass off and have an amazing time watching this movie. I mean, I don't know. Does it get deeper than that, guys? Like, where does it get deeper than that?
It skims the surface, but it's never going to take itself too seriously. There are drama parts, you know. There's the scene where he is at the bar. What are you playing for? There's little bits of that here and there, but it never strays too deep into it. That's for certain, because it's not going to do that part that well. It's not going to succeed as a take yourself seriously drama comedy. That's not what this is in the slightest.
I mean, you get like slight hints of some romance between Monix and Lynn, which I think those are kind of fun moments in their own way. You know, it takes a slightly serious tone, but I mean, it's just fun nonstop for me. Jokes galore.
Michael,
maybe a last thing I could say is like this movie is incredibly repeatable. It is incredibly rewatchable. I think it's just, there you go. I think it's just a great time through and through. If this is what you're looking for, if this is your speed, it's like crack cocaine, I'm going to say.
And we have such like a nostalgic feel for this movie too. Like this takes us back to our childhood, and it was just such a fun place for us. Like, there's nothing a sixth grader loves more than cussing, and just some raunchy cussing and just absolute absurdity on screen was always going to win our hearts.
What you got, Dad?
Guys, honestly, Austin just said it. I sent this to you all early in the week, and I said, guys, there's so many F-bombs. There's so much cursing in this movie.
We need to apologize.
Yeah. But no, I said, we need to bring that out right off the bat because, we've got a lot of older listeners that might be turned off by that. But if you watch this movie, get over it. I mean, it's funny. A theme to me is, guys, this is about two different leagues. You had the ABA, NBA, and the ABA was the new league. The NBA was kind of the old. They were trying to change the way basketball was played. Okay. The other thing is promotion. You had Jackie Moon. He was a promoter, but
He's the best promoter in the league.
He was the best promoter in the league. Something we found out about Jackie, though, guys, and I've got to say this is my boy Dukes. He gives him this, 7-foot check and says, "Hey, take it to a big bank where they cash these checks," which was funny.
It's written in glitter, man.
And poor Dukes, he's so, he's just cooked.
He's so hopped up on goofballs and grass.
Yeah. But Jackie Moon, a good guy. We find out he's a good guy in the end. He does the right thing. He sends him several $1,000s and he says, "Hey, when I get my money, I'm going to pay you the balance of that 10 grand. So that was it for me. Those were the themes, if those are themes. But, the ABA, changing the way basketball was done, and it really did. That was it for me. Again, I said at the beginning, that's what kind of drove me to this movie was anything about the ABA growing up at that time. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see
was it like to a slight degree a trip down memory lane for you?
It was, Griffin. But something that was kind of funny, they were making the Spurs like they were the great team. Sorry, they weren't. It was always the New York Nets were great. And what was the other one? I think it might have been the Indiana Pacers, had McGinnis and Mount, and they might even have had Rick Barry, Griff. So I thought that was kind of funny. And again, I don't think that was the purpose. You guys do know.
Hey, wait, Pete Maravich was in the ABA, was he not? Pete Maravich.
He played for the Mavericks, didn't he?
For a time period?
If he was in there, it was very early, and then he jumped to the NBA.
I remember watching a video of Maravich and George Gervin, and I know George Gervin played in the NBA too. Like they were playing like a game of horse, and I think it was ABA. Let me see.
I know the Mavericks had some very ABA-looking uniforms at one point.
Oh, maybe.
Griffin, I'm not. You all
they
do
almost
know.
Look like the Tropics. They look like the Tropics uniforms. They have those same kind of stripe.
Do you guys know the 4 teams that ended up going from the ABA?
Well, it would have been the Pacers, the Spurs, the Nets, and then
did Anaheim become the Clippers?
Denver Nuggets.
The Nuggets, yeah, they had the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's where Dan Issel ended up going off, and he was a phenomenal player. All those guys that went from the ABA ended up being on all-star teams.
Pete Maravich did not play in the ABA. He got drafted to the Hawks.
He did not. That did not. I didn't remember him playing.
Yeah.
Did he play for the Mavericks? Was I completely wrong on that?
Well, he played for the Hawks. He played for the Jazz.
The Jazz is who I remember him playing for.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. I think you're just wrong, Austin.
Guys, those were really fun times. The ABA guys, they forced the NBA to try so many different things because the NBA was a little boring until the ABA started changing the look of basketball.
Well, what was it? Like Bird and Magic kind of brought them out of it. There was a funk that the NBA was said to be in, I think, and that kind of rejuvenated everything.
it was really kind of stale. And, I don't want to get into all the politics of it, but you had to have a certain dynamic on each of the teams, if you know where I'm going. And they ended up changing that and making let's get the 13, 14 best basketball players for each team. Let's get the best roster that we can. So in NBA, again, Magic, Bird brought the NBA to where it is today. Let's face it.
Right,
and I got to see that too, which was great.
It's Mike's Let's Face It moment.
Oh yeah, there he is. Hey, we are at 55 minutes. I think we jump into the categories that matter.
Okay, well, let me do these real quick.
You know what Austin's going to say? He's going to say exactly what we've already said. And then
Griffin just loves being a fuckhead, doesn't he? That's his goal.
Hey, he's going to kick you in the ass.
He's going to go comedy. Funny.
I got that one down. That's probably the winner. But soundtrack, era, funk, Tropic Weekly, set, love of the game, like Sunny. We got basketball, sports, team, once again.
Killer Bear.
I'm sure we aren't watching F1. Killer Bear. The Bad News Bears, Kelly Leak. Ford. 70s Michigan. The Nice Guys. At the same time, this is when Detroit had Amelia killed from the Nice Guys.
Dad, I thought it was the good guys.
It's the good guys. Or the other guys. Yeah.
And then cigarettes. Once again, I don't think we've had a movie without them. Isn't that fun?
Gotta have them.
Was that quick enough for you?
That was very quick. Last thing I will say, and we've already mentioned how good, No,
you're just going to say what we already said.
Guys, it's kind of star-studded if you love comedy. I'm at the part 2 where Kristen Wiig is the bear trainer. I mean, you have Kristen Wiig in this movie. You have Will Arnett. David, I don't even know how to say his last name. Is it Kushner or Koshner? Something. He's the commissioner in the movie. Anyone would know him if they saw his face. Yeah, Rob Corddry, Motley Lou from Hot Tub Time Machine, Andy Richter.
Helms.
Yeah, Ed
Helms is in it.
Andy Richter from Conan. I mean, Woody Harrelson, Will Ferrell, old Jackie Haley, Jason Sudeikis, Matt Walsh, Pat the Ref.
We're big fans of Hot Tub Time Machine. You got to mention Colette Wolfe playing Melinda, one of the Tropics ball girls. I always thought I was going to get with one of the ball girls. That'll teach me not to procrastinate.
Yeah,
see your face right
and
there.
Andre 3000 too. I mean, God, who doesn't love Outcasts? Yeah. I mean, I got to mention that it's kind of a star-studded cast in some ways.
Oh yeah,
fantastic cast.
That's the budget.
Speaking of us, I'm about to take your thunder. Do you got it?
Yeah. We got some casting what ifs. Is this movie better with Nick Cage? In what role?
Who wants
Griff
it?
Looks like he wants to start.
Guys, how would Nick Cage not make this movie better? I mean, you're telling me you already have this comedic buffet and you add Nick Cage's crazy ass to this movie? I think it's even funnier. I think it's crazier. I think it is. I'll say this, Austin. I don't know if this is permissible. What if there's just another role created for Nick Cage? Is that too much star power? I don't think so. I think Nick Cage gets in as like maybe the drunk best friend of Jackie Moon. Maybe he's just some guy who's kind of in a similar role to Cornelius.
But Bobby D's his best friend. I don't know if you can do that.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
Griffin, he's the commissioner.
Nick Cage.
Put him as the commissioner and it gets it. And just imagine, he's coming to, he gets all of the owners together just like they did. And he starts threatening them that, hey, we've got to start playing better. We've got to bring in more money for the NBA. I mean, to get one, 4 of our 5 of our teams. He would be insane.
He's the commissioner.
Let him go face off.
Oh my God.
Let him go face off. Castor
There
Troy.
are so many roles that he could have been in this one. There are. So what do you say? What is he, Griffin? What is he in the constructs of the game for you?
What do you mean?
He goes
What role does he replace? Not making up a role. What role does he replace for you?
Well, I think you took it, Dad. I think the commissioner would be a perfect choice.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard because I never want to say like this guy's got to go for Nick Cage. Like I'll say this.
He's got to go.
I'll say this. I don't want to get I would not want to get rid of Woody, but Nick Cage would play a pretty damn good Monix. You know, he's a little bit older. I think you take off that wig he's wearing and you give him some fake ass wig and his hair's kind of flying up. A little bit like Kingpin, Bill Murray. He's kind of losing that wig, and you just play into it. And that's Nick Cage. He's kicking the damn cop car. He's doing dumb stuff. He's got these high-rise shorts on. Maybe his nuts pop out, man. I mean, I think you got to have
bad grandpa. Sagging out.
I think Nick Cage, and again, I do not want to replace Woody Harrelson. I think he does a great job as Monix, but Nick Cage could play a damn good Monix. Let's be real.
Yeah, he could. You guys want to hear mine?
Let's hear it.
I've got a few. I think the one that like really is like he would 100% make the movie better in this role. Petrelli, the villain on the other team that they hit in the back, and he's like, I was happy to be here until I saw you, Coffee. He could have done that way better. I think that's kind of pretty close to like the Chet Danbury role, but he could have been Petrelli, and we would have loved it. I think he could have been Lou Redwood. I think he could have been the Redwood character.
Arnett does so well.
That's what
Arnett was great in it.
He could have done that role.
Hats off to him.
It would have been, like you said, probably a little more crockpot, but I think that would be pretty damn funny. I think he'd be a good Dukes. I think he could be Dukes.
He could have pulled it off. He could have done a Castor Troy.
Oh, yeah, and then like, what else could he be? I think Petrelli's the best answer I got.
Good for you, boys. Y'all have done well with this.
Yeah, I think Petrelli's the one.
Good job.
God, that would be funny if he was the villain. All right, final one, guys. And let's
Griffin, hit it.
Out of here. Is this a coffee or a wine movie?
This is a wine movie for me. I think you can get a little sauced up watching this one, and maybe when they're in the Mega Bowl, you know, maybe you throw something at the wall. Who knows? You do something stupid. You might have to punt a basketball in your own home watching this movie during the Mega Bowl.
I don't know if that's a wine thing for me though.
Well, that's fine. I mean, the thing is, I think the real answer is you want to have a bourbon or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just sipping it the whole damn time. I think that's the real answer. But the thing is, like, you know, we kind of been straying away from whether it's wine or coffee. And for me, I could sip a nice wine and have a good time and have some fun, get a little silly. So for me, it's a wine movie.
I would say, and I'll go ahead, I'll skip you, Mike. We'll come to you for the finale here. But within the rules of the game, this is a wine movie, 100%. Jackie Moon, he's got a little Austin Powers in him, doesn't he? A little swagger. I believe that guy might just have a knowledge of fine wine. I would believe it, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you believe? Suck me sexy. He's a sexy man, you know? He's got some swagger to him, even though he gets down on the dumps. He loses his mojo and needs to be brought out of it. But I think Jackie Moon knows his way around the wine bottle, the cellar there. So I'm going to say yes, it is a wine movie. But if we're doing our little deviations, this movie is 100%. I like a cigarette, or I like to smoke when I drink. This is a bourbon and cigarette movie. And actually, you know, this movie made me want to play some poker. You know, just those guys around a table sipping on a nice glass of bourbon. Griff, you know Texas Hold'em? We might have to teach you sometime. We'll have to get a round table going because it is a whole lot of fun, a poker night with some friends and family, I guess, since we're family.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Go for it, Mikey.
All right, Pops.
You can love me sexy. I had to get that in. I haven't said that.
Sexy.
Love me sexy. Had to do it again. Guys, per the rules here.
Per the rules.
And love me sexy. Guys, the movie's great. This is a fun movie. Absolutely. I'm going to say this is an alcohol movie. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, what's crazy, guys, is you know, I didn't even realize it, but damn, guys, every single movie there's cigarettes in every movie with us. I don't know why. I don't know why, because of course I don't smoke cigarettes. So, but
it's just like a perfect thing to like write about a character. They smoke cigarettes. It's just one of their traits, you know?
Right. And Redwood was perfect, by the way. But guys, this by the rules, this is definitely a wine movie. No doubt. I think drinking wine would be so much. Drinking wine would be so much fun during that. We should, guys, the next time we got to get together and watch the next movie we do, because this one was so much fun. Guys, there's so many things that, we left out. The Lady Marmalade, that was from Patti LaBelle, Patti LaBelle being his mom, Let's Get Tropical, the ref saying, hey, your mom's not going to, your mom may not have gone to heaven. The one I liked earlier about, no one can drain it like you. There's so many lines in this movie. We could go on for the next 40 minutes just about that. We've missed a few. Guys, I'm sorry for those that are listening. We've missed some of your favorite lines. We get it.
For any of you Twiggy stands out there, let's do it's been about 12 weeks since I porked your sister.
He had some great lines in it too.
Twiggy's pretty good too. We didn't get Twiggy.
Guys, I don't want to take more time, but definitely a wine movie. Guys, who's up next for the next movie?
Austin.
It's my pick.
Big A is up. What's next, Austin?
We're going to be doing Stanley Yelnats. The 2003 Lewis Sacker? Is it Sacker or Sackler? Book.
There's no L.
Oh, sinner, let's go down. Let's go
with
down.
Hector Zeroni.
Hector
God.
Zeroni.
Maybe the most
zigzag.
Maybe the most influential movie of our childhood, Griffin. Would you say that's on the table? That's on the table.
I think that's fair.
That's
I really
do.
Table. I think that's fair.
Boys, did I have holes? Did I have that on the boat?
Yeah, it had a white DVD case. I remember that. Well, you had it on VHS too, didn't you? Or maybe it was a white VHS.
Oh my!
We bought it. We bought it twice because it quit working, so we bought it again. It's just you gotta have holes at all times.
Not wasted money. Yeah.
No,
I've read the book. Man. Might need to read it again.
Wrote the book. Hey, well, I'll say this, guys. I'm very pleased with how this podcast has gone. It's been a freaking blast. Since we recorded kind of in advance 2 weeks ago, it's been a sec since we've gotten to actually do this. So this is awesome. I'm just honored that we're making this work. And guys, on to the next one. That's how I see it.
On to the next. Just keep it rolling. That's what we do. We turn them out, baby, like butter.
Guys, I look so forward to this. I've been in Florida now for almost a week, and we've been testing. Like I said earlier, we've been testing. I'm so proud of you two for making this happen. Guys, this means the world to me because I don't want to miss these. I love these movies as much as you, probably more than you guys do. I look forward to it. Austin, hats off to you, young man. Holes is a winner, other than, the good guys that you picked, this is going to be a great one. I cannot wait to do this. So good for you, young man. Really proud of you.
Yeah. Holes, it's going to be a great one. Other than that, guys, I guess it'll be Sunday when this comes out. So I hope all your parlays will have hit. I hope you're, sitting on a stack of cash on Sunday morning when you're listening to the Purple Podcast. Like I said, football season is upon us. There will be NFL Sunday
Austin,
coming
do you have
up.
a tip for us? I'd love to. Since I'm stuck here in Florida, do you have a tip for me, young man? How about a lock? How about throw a lock out there, Jimmy? Austin.
Take the money.
It down.
Take the money line on the Purple Podcast, baby, because all we do is win. That's what I'm saying.
All right, my boy.
Yes, sir. There will be Sundays coming up. There will be NFL Sundays coming up. But don't forget, it's still Purple Sunday. So wake up nice and early.
Atta boy.
Screw the London game. No one wants to see that shit anyways. Listen to the Purple Podcast in the early morning on Sundays. And then you can sweat all your bets.
Give us a like.
Fantasy leagues. But other than that, guys, thank you for listening. We truly appreciate it. I hope you had a great time listening. We'll be seeing you soon. Other than that, love you. And bye bye.